Now in its 12th year, the annual Latino Career Expo is the region's largest career fair, connecting the diverse pool of talent to the area's top recruiters and employers to embrace the growing diversity of Massachusetts' workforce. Now, catch this, it is estimated that in the next 30 years, 83% of the growth of this nation's working age population will come from new immigrants and their children. Now, if that wasn't jaw-dropping enough, take a look at this next statistic. In the United States, every 30 seconds, a Hispanic turns 18, and in the same 30 seconds, 2 non-Latinos retire from the workforce. And that trend is projected to continue for the next 20 years, ladies and gentlemen. Needless to say, corporate Boston has some diversifying to do, and fast. Well, to help with that process, one of my next guests, Elvis Jocor Lara, Director of Digital Media for El Mundo Boston, is here to tell us more about the upcoming Latino Career Expo, and we have a living example of how the opportunity to succeed in a forward-thinking employer here in Boston can make a world of difference. We have Aracelis Rivera, who's Customer Service Supervisor for Neighborhood Health Plan. She found NHP and her career at the Latino Career Expo 5 years ago. How time flies. Welcome and good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you for having us.
Absolutely. So you are going to help corporate Boston diversify.
Yes, that is the goal. That's the mission of what we look to do at the Latino Career Expo. And we're going into our 12th year of helping them get it done.
Yep. So I'm going to go to you right away because, first of all, you didn't start off as customer service supervisor, right?
No, actually, I started off as an entry-level position there, and within a year's time, I ended up getting like 3 promotions. And I worked in a specialized team working with complex issues with our customers to then transition over to supervisor.
Yep. And again, just in case you didn't put 2 and 2 together, you found NHP at the El Mundo Boston Latino Career Expo.
I did. I was actually looking to move to Boston, and I decided that I should get a job in Boston. And I had heard about the Latino Career Expo, and decided to go. Showed up there with resumes in hand, and having a healthcare background, I had seen Neighborhood Health Plan, and I approached them at their table. Thankfully, I was interviewed right there on the spot. Shortly after, long story short, I am actually employed there.
And now, 5 years later, we're on television talking about it.
I am. What an honor.
Well, Elvis, for those who have never attended, give me a little overview. We're going to put some photos so you can kind of walk me through some of these visuals of what this really happens. It's from 1 to 5 o'clock, right? It's about a 4-hour event.
Yeah, and as you mentioned, this is the largest diversity career fair in New England. It's from 1 to 5. We get over 1,200 job seekers. We get over 40 recruiters. And those recruiters are looking for individuals to fill roles everywhere from blue collar to white collar roles, which require advanced degrees. And it's just really a fantastic high energy event that brings the Latino community, diverse candidates with corporate Boston that oftentimes that opportunity doesn't exist.
Right. So it's very, very unique. So I'm glad because NHP has been an exhibitor and a sponsor, and they found folks like you. But tell me a little bit how the kind of opportunities the company gave you from beginning. They obviously saw something in you. They gave you an opportunity, and now you've moved up within that corporate structure.
Yes, I mean, they have. It's something that I'm fortunate enough to experience there, and I'm very proud that Neighborhood Health Plan works with their employees, and they do like to promote from within. Seeing that I started off, they were able to see the work ethic that I brought and able to see the experience that I have and the potential that I have. There was at one point also that before going into the specialized team to work with complex issues, I doubted a little bit because I said, okay, I'm not sure that I can take on all that responsibility, but they saw in me that I could, and they were able to allow me to work in that team to the point that a year after that, after being able to develop a lot of relationships internally, I even was a recipient of a CEO award shortly after. So there are a lot of opportunities within the organization. Being able to partake in a leadership program last year, actually, I just graduated in December 2015.
Right, Elvis, let's do the honors.
It was a year, thank you. It was a year-long program, and the chief customer officer actually was the one that nominated me to partake in that leadership program. So being able to see an organization organization where the leadership sees potential in staff and they encourage them to continue to grow and advance their careers is something that I've experienced at Neighborhood Health Plan.
Now I'm looking at Elvis because Elvis is smiling. He has this look on his face of like, almost like a father looks at his daughter, but obviously that's impossible here. But you seem proud of her story.
I mean, absolutely. This, hearing this story is exactly what I love to hear, what we love to hear at El Mundo, and this really just gives us the knowledge that what we're doing is having a great benefit today, and that in the future will resonate in not just in Boston, but in the entire region and state.
All right, so for a potential employer or exhibitor, I'm going to put up some information on kind of the profile of the people that go, who attends the Latino Career Expo. We kind of have some of this. How would you describe the folks who go there in general, Elvis?
Yeah, as I mentioned earlier, we have a great just breadth of talent that comes into the Career Expo. Everything from the blue-collar worker to the white-collar with the advanced degree, recent college graduates, middle management, senior management. It's a great opportunity to meet a diverse candidate, not just from a racial and ethnic background, but from a skill set background as well.
That's awesome. All right, I'm going to come back to Aracelis because you've given me so much information about yourself, but is there a specific story about yourself or an anecdote within the NHP that you could share with us? Something that you really feel good about?
Sure. I mean, one of the things the Neighborhood Health Plan prides itself in is diversity. That's one of the founding principles that Neighborhood Health Plan has, and it's very customer focused. That's the type of culture that Neighborhood Health Plan has cultivated, and you see that within the workplace. I really enjoy going there and interacting with my colleagues. I won't mention them by name for fear of Monday morning, facing those that I didn't mention. But going back, I go back to that experience where I got to a point that I wasn't sure that I could continue to advance. And being able to have that mentor in there, being able to see that potential in me and having those conversations with me to say, you've been doing it all along. It is in you. It's something that you continue to do. We want you to grow within the organization and continue to advance.
Awesome. All right, so today is January 31st, Sunday, January 31st. So I'm looking at the calendar, and it's exactly 2 months away. So I want to put up the information. It's on Thursday, March 31st.
Correct.
So we've got to save the date up there and take me through it. So there's still time for people to go and also sign up as exhibitors?
Yeah, absolutely. This is a perfect time for corporate Boston to really jump on the bandwagon to make sure that they're present at this event. And for career seekers to polish up their resume, make sure that they're ready to potentially change their life that day.
Yeah. Now, I know there's an added caveat, and I know in a later show we're going to do a focus on the second half of this day, which is the professional mixer. But since we're talking a little bit about youth and Latinos, tell me a little bit about that America's, the future leader of America's, right? Latino future leader.
Yeah, this year we have a very exciting theme for our Latino professional mixer. It's the next generation of great Latino leaders for America. And really what we plan on doing is shining a light on the great breadth of talent that exists in Boston among the Latino community, among those that are 30 years old and younger. The Latino community is much younger on average.
So basically my generation.
Absolutely.
Okay,
you are.
No, you're not supposed to laugh at that. That's Marcy's cracking up and the people up and Larry Albino upstairs is. But continue, sir.
No, absolutely. And I think, the folks that we're going to have in this room are really just going to surprise everybody. Just the excitement to see the great things that young Latinos are doing in the city is just amazing to see.
Okay. So would it be safe to say that maybe you'll be coming to the event as a kind of success story graduate? Or does he have to invite you, right? I think you should invite her.
You're definitely invited.
And the whole NHP family, right?
I would be honored. I encourage all of those out there to please take an opportunity and just go. It's something that has benefited me. Así que animo a todos los latinos que están allá afuera que por favor se den cita ese día, esa fecha.
Muy lindo. Thank you very much. Elvis, we'll see you 2 months from now. You as well. Latino Career Expo, Thursday, March 31st at the Boston Marriott Courtyard.
Thank you.
Good job, guys.
Thank you.
All right. Actually, we continue this discussion on how organizations are reacting to the change in demographic as the 13th annual Alpha Boston Executive Leadership Summit is right around the corner. We'll have all the information coming up right here on Revista Hispana.